2 years ago at SHOT Show, we were there and we saw ARMA ZEKA and American Precision Firearms, their importer, with this, the AZ-P1. And they were super cool then, and they're super cool now, but it wasn't until this year when I talked to them that we kind of talked about putting an order in for some of them, and they said that they would send me a tester. They let me shoot it a lot. I mean, a lot. And it shoots really, really well. I didn't have to work for it a whole lot, which is cool when a gun doesn't make you work for it. It just was easy to shoot. I mean, everything about this gun was designed to make it shoot really easy. The trigger is 2 pounds, good front serration, so it's easy for those unloaded starts and press checks or whatever you like to do. It does come with a fiber optic front sight and an adjustable rear sight, but I took that off immediately because I live that dot life. I don't want that antiquated bullshit. And the safety is good and positive. It doesn't lock the slide and battery, which would make John Browning sad, but you know, again, for a competition gun and we're loading and unloading these things constantly, I guess that's a feature that people like these days. One of the things that's said most often at the shop about these guns is they look like, is it a 1911? Is it a CZ? And it's like, well, it's made in the Czech Republic, but it's not a CZ. You can see it does have some like stylistic cues like the ergonomic cues like the CZ Shadows do. And then as far as 1911s go, it's got kind of a big full profile slide on frame sort of design. But that's really it. You know, the triggers are totally different. They're hinged like a CZ. But they're still very, very light. We have a few different models in stock, so we've actually got to handle these things quite a bit and had a bunch of customer feedback from handling them as well. This model is the Super Optics Special, so it comes with a full mag well that would be good in limited division or limited optics or open, and a big ass compensator. Now it does have a slide ride optic, but slide ride optics are in right now. What can I say? This is the Super Optics 2. That's the same model that we have here, except that one doesn't have a Picatinny rail, which I kind of like. It just is a good look on that gun. And then this is the Sport Optics 2. So it's a double action, single action version, and would be perfect for production division if you're shooting irons or carry optics. Every one of the guns has this good, aggressive texture on the back strap, and then you can kind of see it as it fades to the grip. It sort of has a hump that really helps you almost feel like you're behind the gun with your left hand. Like you can really almost get that full like 360 wrap. And then the front strap has those same good serrations. The Super Optics 2 that they sent us has these grips that kind of make up a magwell too. That's sort of an IPSC sort of magwell. And it works pretty good. I used it quite a bit. And then this is the full-size magwell that you get on the Super Optics 2 Special. All these guns feel pretty well balanced, and I think that's largely in part to how much lightning they put in the slide and the aluminum frame. Now it is a steel like chassis inside for the slide to ride on, right, for the rails and everything, so you're not going to get wear on it like you would an aluminum frame, because they intend for you to use these guns for really, really high round counts for competition. Or just it being your favorite pistol, right? Because it probably will be. These are phenomenal shooters. As far as accuracy goes, at 25 yards, I was getting 1.5-inch groups with my buddy's Shadow 2 Orange, and I kind of thought like, well, that's the standard, right? If it can shoot factory Magtech 115 grain that well, this has to do that well or better in order for me to think like, well, accuracy wise this thing's worth it. It shot a group as well or better, and I'd say it was easier because the trigger brake on these guns rolls through a little bit, which for a competition gun I really like. If I was going to modify one thing about this gun, it's that I would make this section have more texture, but it's nothing that grip tape wouldn't and couldn't fix. They actually ship in the box with the new guns, because obviously this was a tester, some grip tape that fits in these little panels to give you some more grip on the like left side of the gun, right? But I'll say I still wish the more aggressive traction, like the same stuff that's on the back strap, could be right here for me, and I would be happy. All the guns take down the same way. Basically, you like check, make sure it's clear, and then pull that pin out that's retained in the frame, and then you can see the slide. This is sort of cool and trick, but you can see how much material was taken out of the bottom of the slide to make it as light as possible. This is the Super Optic Special slide, where it's kind of got those lightning cuts up front, and it has the same deep lightning cuts in the rear. Very simple takedown, right? And once you get it apart, it's like any other gun. One of the happy little surprises that came out of playing with this gun was that we discovered the magazines are actually para-ordnance pattern mags, not 2011 pattern mags. We had heard from several sources that that's what it was, but no, they're para mags, which is sort of cool that, you know, such a unique gun is using a established magazine. And thanks to our friendly neighborhood donut man, Neil, he had a set of Rock Island double stack mags that he used in another gun and threw a bunch of extensions on, Taylor Freelance extensions on his magazines. And I've been shooting this gun nonstop for a month and a half now, and it's been flawless. I mean, absolutely flawless. And I should add that that patina you've seen on the front of the gun, where it's kind of darkish gray right at the muzzle, all of that just wipes off. If you just spray it down with some solvent, it comes right off. But I have been shooting the gun a lot, and I didn't clean it other than just wiping the rails down the whole time I had it. But now that the video's done, I have to send it back, and I'm sad about that, because this gun has been a whole lot of fun to shoot. It's always neat having something on your belt that's different and unique, and these guns are definitely that. And it's one thing to have a gun that's different and unique, but you're always having to like justify it to your friends. Yeah, man, it malfunctions occasionally, but it's super cool. That guy needs one of these. Well, I should say thank you to ARMA, ZEKA, and American Precision Firearms for sending us the gun so we can find out more about it. And if you want to find out more about these guns, give me a call at the shop, 308-203-1155. I am pretty easy to convince to talk more about them. Thanks.